Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests. My name is Cynthia Ricks, and I'd like to welcome you to Pilgrim High School's 2021 commencement exercises. Whoop, whoop. Before we begin this year's ceremony, I just want to remind everyone of a few protocols. We respectfully ask that no air horns, car horns, or any type of loud noisemakers be used out of respect for each graduate and their family members. Also, we ask that everyone remain in your seats during the graduation ceremony. Please do not block that center aisle, as it's a safety issue. Our professional photographer is here, and he will be taking pictures of our students receiving their diplomas. We also ask that you take as many pictures as possible after the ceremony because I don't think we could get a more beautiful setting, and these kids deserve it. In just 2 minutes, we're going to begin our actual ceremony. So if people that are still walking, if you would kind of get in your area. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, could you all please stand and greet our honored guests, the class of 2021 from Pilgrim High School! At this time, could we ask that everyone please rise as we say our Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
If you would please be seated. Welcome, honored guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2021. Wow. What an amazing group of talented, smart, and athletic students you have been. And you survived a pandemic. Personally, I've loved every minute of watching so many of you grow from adorable kindergartners to outstanding young men and women. And I believe that you will truly go out into this world and do very, very big things. Congratulations in advance, guys. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the best principal in the city of Warwick, Mr. Jerry Habishaw.
Thank you. I would like to welcome family and friends to the 2021 commencement ceremonies of Pilgrim High School. I first want to recognize our distinguished guests. Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Lynn Danbrook. Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Bill McCaffrey. I can honestly speak for my fellow principals in Warwick as we are looking forward to our new era in leadership with Ms. Danbrook and Mr. McCaffrey. The future of our school system looks bright. I also want to welcome our mayor, Mr. Frank Bacozzi. This is an exciting time for our city with Mayor Bacozzi leading the way. Thank you, Mayor, for being here. I want to recognize our school committee members, Karen Backus, Judy Comden, Nathan Cornell, David Tester, and Kyle Adams. Thank you for being here. There needs to be many thank yous today, but I first want to give thanks to the wonderful faculty members at Pilgrim High School. I would like all faculty members who are here today to stand up and be recognized. Fellow faculty members, thank you. I also want to recognize our assistant principals, Ms. Pam Bernardi, Mr. Fairbanks, and Dr. Guerra. Students, make sure you thank your parents at some point today, especially this year, as we experienced distance learning. Many parents became your teachers and tutors to help you succeed in school. They are a major reason why you achieved this goal this afternoon. Superintendent, Mayor, family, and friends, I am extremely proud as principal to bestow upon this community the graduating class of 2021 for Pilgrim High School. Let's give them a round of applause. Today, we honor an outstanding group of graduates from Pilgrim High School. This is my 31st year working in the Warwick school system. The past year and a half has been the most bizarre experience of my life. I know it is very difficult for our students and their parents. Being a high school principal for the past 16 years, I always take pride in getting to know each and every student in the school and building positive relationships with them over a 4-year period. Since the lockdown last March, I feel that I lost a space and time where I could not build those relationships with our students as I normally do. At senior prom, I saw some students for the first time since last March because they stayed distance learning. We all learned something during this time. We were fortunate to have a shortened version of school sports, but we missed out on concerts, plays, and other after-school clubs and activities. As a school, we did everything possible to make the second half of the school year a fun experience for our seniors. We had sidewalk chalk, a cornhole tournament, and Spirit Week. But how about that senior prom? Was that unbelievable or what? That was a great time. We did learn some lessons from our experiences over the past year and a half. I believe that we learned there is no replacement for in-person learning. I hope we developed a deeper appreciation for our teachers and having to report to a school every day. For me personally, the biggest lesson I learned is that I absolutely hated being a virtual principal. I know this may not have been the way you wanted your high school experience to go, but you have to persevere. You cannot let the past year and a half interrupt your goals and dreams. You have to keep moving forward to accomplish what you set out to do. We cannot dwell on the past. We can only look forward to the future. To our graduates moving forward, you have 2 questions to answer. What do you want to do for the rest of your life, and what path do you need to take to get there? Some of you are going to college, some are going to the military, and some are going to work. Eventually, you're all going to have to go to work. Most people have to work at least 35 years of their adult life. Make sure you find a job you enjoy waking up to every day. In closing, I would like to thank this group of seniors. As many of you know, we lost a great teacher, coach, friend, and colleague with the recent passing of Mr. Batalon. When I returned to my office on the Monday morning after his services, I had a message from a woman who attended the funeral. She felt compelled to contact me to let me know how impressed she was with our students who attended the services. She complimented our students' behavior, class, and maturity as we paid our respects to a great man. As a principal, whenever someone from the community compliments my students, I always feel like a proud papa. I am extremely proud of the students in the Pilgrim High School class of 2021. You have overcome tremendous adversity to get to this point. It is my distinct pleasure to get to know each and every one of you. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish you good luck and good fortune in your future endeavors. Thank you. I love you all.
Thanks, Habs. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Superintendent of Warwick Public Schools, Ms. Lynn Dambrook.
Congratulations to all of the graduates.
Did we lose power? Oh.
Congratulations to all of the graduates, to your parents, guardians, families, and friends who are celebrating with you today and who will be cheering you on during the next phase of your life. We all can agree that you had a unique high school experience. Attending school during a worldwide pandemic created obstacles, challenges, and disappointments. Yet through it all, I believe that while overcoming these hurdles that seemed insurmountable, you became strong and resilient young adults. You showed courage as you persevered and learned one of life's most challenging lessons: to look for the silver linings in the darkest storms. This life lesson is probably one of the most important lessons because it cannot be learned in a book or even from one of your favorite teachers. Experience is the greatest teacher of all, and you all certainly rose to the occasion. Simon Sinek is a British-American author and writer who is well known for his motivational and inspirational speeches. I really connected with a particular speech about 5 little rules that define your spark and bring your spark to life. I want to share some of the highlights of that speech with you. Number 1, know the things that you want in life and have the passion to go for them. Identify your goals. Never let go of your ambitions and passions. Know what pitfalls to avoid. Number 2, take accountability for your actions. The good, bad, and the ugly. You can take all the credit in the world when you're right, but you almost always must be willing to recognize when you're wrong. At times, there should be no excuses, and stop blaming others. It takes a strong and courageous person to admit that he or she made a mistake. Accept that you are in charge of your destination. Number 3, take care of one another. Some of the most successful people are those who recognize and value the people who stand beside them. People need friendships, but that doesn't come from wealth and power, but by showing compassion for others. Number 4, learn to listen to others or learn to be the last to speak. You help others who need to be heard and to show understanding. It's an opportunity to learn from others. It's a chance for other people to have the opportunity to share ideas before you share yours. It gives them a voice. Most importantly, number 5, you must have patience. This journey in life that you're about to begin is long and hard, with many hills and valleys. But if you have the will and desire to understand what drives you, what makes you passionate, then you have what it takes to be successful. Congratulations to the 2021 high school graduates. I wish you all a bright and successful future. I ask that you be a change agent and fill this world with love and kindness. Hate and unacceptance no longer have a place in our society. Remember these wise words spoken by Ralph Waldo Emerson. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Danbrook. And on behalf of the faculty, we are so thrilled to begin working with you for the next generation of teachers. Thank you so much. And now, I would like to introduce the Mayor of the City of Warwick, the Honorable Mr. Frank Bacozzi.
Hello, graduates. With the possible exception of the years that America was involved in World War II, your junior and senior years have been like no class in history has ever experienced before. I know that not even in your wildest dreams did you picture high school ending this way. Zooming into classes, missing your friends, skipping rites of passage like dances, sports, and clubs. And beyond the classroom, you've dealt with painful realities brought on by the pandemic. Parents who lost jobs, families struggling to pay the bills, and hardest of all, some of you have lost loved ones during this terrible virus. That's more than any of you should ever had to bear in this stage of your life, and it's not fair. In recent years, I've heard misguided people criticize your generation, calling you soft, weak, the participation trophy kids. Now I want to say to them, what do you think now? While the pandemic brought this country to its knees, all of you stood strong. You took everything the world had to throw at you, and you fought back. And now here you are, in your cap and gown, ready to go out and conquer the world. And it's your world now. Change it, shape it, make it all it should be. You've probably heard the term, the greatest generation. It applied to my parents' generation, people who grew up during the Depression, took part in the New Deal, and fought in World War II. You've been tested more now than any generation since, and it's made you extraordinary. On behalf of the entire city, I want to tell you how proud we all are of you, and how much you've inspired us with your strength and with your courage. You're the best thing to come out of 2020 and 2021. Now go out and build a better world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Now I would like to introduce to you a member of our Warwick School Committee and also a Pilgrim graduate, Mr. Kyle Adams.
Friends, family, teachers, administrators, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2021. Congratulations on everything you have accomplished that has brought you here today. This has been an incredibly hard year for everyone, but you have persevered and are here with your peers, moving on to the next stage of your life. That stage may come in different forms, whether it be continuing your education, starting a career, or joining the military. If you are still making a decision, it may take time to figure out. You may even change your mind a few times, and that's okay too. Just know you have time to make these decisions, and if you are ever facing difficulty, you can look back on everything you have been able to achieve this past year and throughout your education to gain strength. We are all proud of every single one of you. I was in your seat graduating from Pilgrim High School 11 years ago. If you were to ask me then, I can guarantee I did not envision I would be addressing the class of 2021. The only thing that happened during my graduation year was the occurrence of a 100-year flood. You all remember that, right? You were about 7 years old. However, the impact of a flood does not even come close to what you had to endeavor while navigating a pandemic. Encourage yourself with the achievements you have already made, as what you were able to do this year has not been done for over a century. So as you move on from your high school days, don't forget the relationships you made, all the experiences, good and bad, and how you proved yourself in hard times. Those experiences are what have made you who you are today. You are the last group to walk through the halls of Aldrich and Gorton as students, and the first group of 8th graders to attend Veterans Memorial Middle School. You went from not knowing where you were going as a freshman to trying to make it from the 100 wing to the 800 wing in less than 3 minutes. You passed all of your classes and senior project, and somehow you also survived Mr. Habishaw. Because you know no one ever wants to get called down to that office. So, once again, congratulations to the class of 2021. And never forget, once a patriot, always a patriot.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. At this time, Mr. Habishaw will now introduce our class essayist, Miss Olivia Doyle.
Hello again. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our essayist from the Pilgrim High School class of 2021, Olivia Doyle. The class essayist is the 3rd ranked student in the class. Normally, I would introduce the essayist at Honors Night, and they would make their speech then. We did not have speeches at Honors Night this year as we followed a different format. We will have our top 3 students speak today at graduation. To prove how old I am, I have known Olivia Doyle's father, Tom, since he was a kid when I worked for the Walk Recreation Department as a college student. When I was a teacher at Pilgrim in the 1990s, he was a Pilgrim student. So I know Olivia comes from a loving and supportive family. At Pilgrim, Olivia challenged herself academically, taking high-level honors AP and EEP classes, and her grades were obviously outstanding. She has attained National Honor Society, Rhode Island Honor Society. She has received the Rhode Island College Alumni Book Award and the Bausch and Lomb Honorary Science Award. She plans on attending Rhode Island College on a full presidential scholarship. Olivia, I want to thank you for being such a great person and great student at Pilgrim High School. I am proud to introduce to you as our essayist, Olivia Doyle. Congratulations.
We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges. I think that this is the perfect quote for the Pilgrim High School class of 2021. We have gone through many changes while navigating our way through elementary, middle, and high school. If you spent your entire journey in Warwick Public Schools, you faced many school closures and many consecutive first days at new schools. If you moved into Warwick in the middle of your school years, you have also felt the nerves of starting somewhere new. What did we do? We overcame these obstacles, became stronger, and moved on. When we reached the point in our high school career where we could celebrate all of the junior and senior traditions, COVID struck and changed the plan for us. We had to get used to a new normal. That came with terms like social distancing, mask mandate, quarantine, distance learning. We lost loved ones due to the pandemic, watched the world come to a stop, witnessed our teachers learn new ways to teach while at the same time teaching us. We also saw the class of 2020 unable to end their year normally. What did we do? We overcame the obstacles that the pandemic threw at us. We found new ways to celebrate socially and safely. We tackled distance learning, something that has never been done before. Long are the days our parents can say how tough they had it growing up. We lived and overcame a pandemic. Has everything been easy for us throughout our 12 years of school? No, not at all. However, as the graduating class of 2021, we are ready for whatever the next chapter throws at us. We are a group of determined, strong, and successful individuals who can overcome any obstacle. How do I know? Because our school career over the years has brought us change, struggle, and growth, and we have succeeded. Our paths have all brought us to this moment. Be proud. We have all done some great things under strange circumstances. Congratulations, Pilgrim High School class of 2021. I would also like to thank all of the adults who have helped us along the way. We appreciate you more than you know. Thank you.
Congratulations, Liv. At this time, it's my pleasure to call the class valedictorian, Charlotte Frost, to the podium, as she will be introducing the salutatorian, Miss Haley Ganella.
At this time, I have the great honor of introducing the class of 2021 salutatorian. Some of you may know her as the woman who will one day work at NASA, but she usually prefers to go by Haley. For the past 5 years, I've been privileged to have many classes with Haley, and most importantly, harbor a unique friendship with her that will last a lifetime. Now, typically, when one thinks of class rank, it's something of competition and toxicity, but this isn't the case with Haley. We've been at each other's side, often to the point where we were concerningly codependent, but nonetheless at each other's side, encouraging each other to do our best. From my extensive time spent with her, I have come to love and look up to this strong, driven, and miraculous woman that will soon stand before you. Haley has achieved so much, but she is so humble and a harsh critic of herself, so I know she will never celebrate these achievements or take a moment to appreciate herself. So why don't we do that today? Did you know that Haley had a 5.13 GPA last quarter? Did you know that Haley's taken 9 AP courses and flourished in every single one? Did you know that Haley got several medals just this past year for her excellence in science, or that she balances all of this while still working a concerning amount of hours at Chick-fil-A? Many times, I find myself begging her to take on less and give herself a break, but nevertheless, she always challenges herself at every opportunity that presents itself. On top of all of her academic achievements, Haley has such a kind and considerate soul. Her compassionate, generous, and considerate nature give me great faith that she has the ability to one day change the world and have a profoundly positive impact on it. Frankly, I could write a novel about her many fine attributes, but I made my best attempt to be brief, and with that, I introduce Haley Ganella.
I apologize in advance if it looks like I'm crying. It's because I am. So I'd like to start off by thanking the administration, faculty and staff, family and friends for coming to celebrate the class of 2021. I'm going to be honest, I procrastinated writing this speech for the longest time, as I couldn't figure out how to say goodbye to a class that's endured everything that we have. Then I realized this isn't about a goodbye. Instead, it's a reflection of how hard we've worked and how proud we should be of ourselves. We started our senior year of high school the same way we ended junior year, from our individual bedrooms, living rooms, or kitchen tables. However, this distance did not isolate us, it united us. Despite the vast differences in all of our lives, it gave us one thing to overcome together. And that is forever going to be the themes of our lives, togetherness. They say life isn't about the destination, but the journey. I think it's about the people who we meet along the way. The people around us will shape who we are and who we become throughout our lives. Over the course of our high school career, there were countless people who each left a piece of us with them. Let's take a moment to reflect on the memories that they gave us. And now, I'd like to share some of mine. Every time I hear or see a bird, I think of Dr. Savory and Charlotte because of Science Olympiad. Whenever I see a handprint, I think of Miss Biz's classroom, filled wall to wall with them. A cool new discovery in space, and I think of the independent study I did with Mr. Marisi. Whenever I drive by a Panera, I think of the countless hours spent studying with Jocelyn, Jordan, and Maddie. A trip for iced coffee isn't fulfilled without a thought for Allie, and Dolly Parton is never heard without a thought of Ben. A sushi dinner isn't the same without Maddie. And every time I watch Star Wars, I think of my dad and our matching tattoo. A cool exotic animal makes me think of my brother, and every time I see a sunflower, I'm reminded of my mom. Furthermore, hearing Because Calculus together in an AP Physics class, Spirit Weeks, the struggle through AP Chem, football games, morning jam sessions in the parking lot, falling out of desks during an Italian Jeopardy game, or in school dances these have all truly shaped my high school career. Regardless of individual memories, today is one we experience together. This day is a celebration of us. We made it through weeks that felt like they'd never end, the cricket season, the cold of 95 in February, AP tests and finals, distance learning, and everything in between. We made it. Now is our time, and I know wherever we go and whoever we become, we will change the world. So congratulations to the class of 2021. Go off, do great things, make good choices, and always remember to shine bright.
Haley, hold on. I'm just gonna stand here. I know. Thank you, Haley. And now, would you please introduce our class valedictorian, Miss Charlotte Frost.
So it's me again. And I'm here to introduce the class of 2021's valedictorian. Charlotte Frost has been my rock for all 4 years of high school, going so far that we practically shared a chair during every Science Olympiad practice. Reflection back to that codependence. She serves not only as an academic role model, but as someone I hope to be like. Charlotte is passionate and the most driven person I know, but more importantly, a kind and compassionate soul. No matter the time of day, she is always there to lend a helping hand and a solution to any problem. I know she will have a huge impact on the world, just like she has on me. There's no one else I would rather have by my side through these years or share this stage with. Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend, our valedictorian, Charlotte Frost.
Now I'm the one crying. Awkward. Good afternoon, friends and family, faculty and staff, administrators, and other honored guests. And good afternoon to the class of 2021. Congratulations to everyone here today who is graduating, and to those of you who helped our fellow graduates get to this point. Through my high school career, I have learned so much. Sure, if I'm standing where I am today, I learned and could apply things relating to calculus, genetics, and rhetorical analysis. But more importantly, I learned a valuable takeaway about change that I'd like to share with you today as we move into the next chapter of our lives. A lot of times, college and new beginnings are seen as an opportunity to change and start over because few people know who you are or have preconceived expectations for you. While this may be the case, I have learned that this does not exclusively apply to new beginnings, but it can happen at any time. Change is natural. Change should be expected. Change is inevitable and should be embraced and celebrated, not avoided or hidden. Don't ever let yourself be put in a box by someone's expectations. Nobody can tell where you've been, and nobody can tell you where you're going. As you move forward, your story is entirely your own. People will try to tell you what you can and cannot do, what you can and cannot think, who you can and cannot be, because of preconceived expectations. But the truth is, at any time in your life, you have the power and the right to believe, say, be, wear, do, and love whatever and whoever you please, because the expectations of others measure nowhere close to the importance of the pursuit of happiness and self-realization, because ultimately, that is all that matters. Do what makes you happy. Do what feels fulfilling. Be your most true and authentic self. I apologize for crude language, but to paraphrase from the wise words of Kendrick Lamar himself, F you and all your expectations. Patriots, we made it, and I'm infinitely proud of all of you. Do great things in the pursuit of happiness, and do them for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlotte. It is now the moment the class of 2021 has been waiting for. Woo! To earn a high school diploma in Rhode Island, every one of you has met state and district graduation requirements. Earning a diploma is a wonderful accomplishment for every graduate. We are so pleased to announce that the following students have met the requirements set forth by the State of Rhode Island and the Warwick School Committee, and as such, are eligible to receive a diploma from Pilgrim High School. It is my pleasure to announce that this year, the calling of the names will be done by your class president, Lars Mangold. And before we begin, I just would like to present the class of 2021 Assistant Principal, Mr. Bruce Fairbanks, who along with Assistant Principal Pamela Bernardi and Principal Habishaw will be presenting the diplomas for graduation. Lars, if you could come on up. Mr. Habishaw, will you announce Lars's name so we can get his diploma? Yep.
Lars Oscar Mangold.
As Lars is calling the names, please take a look over here at Mrs. Mixner, who will be guiding you. And on this side, it'll be, Coach Kate.
All right, hey everybody. All right, let's get started. Would the first row of candidates please stand and come forward? We ask that you hold all applause until the end of the ceremony. Faith Adamo. Kobe Almeida. Haley Alves. Dennis Amore. Damian Andrade. Emma Rose Andrade. Michelle Antello. Maria Apollonio. Isaiah Aquino. Ray Aristi. Pakao Arunaragsi. Cole Baptista. Anastasia Barol. Ray Beauchene. Jocelyn Bechtel. Daniel Bergeron. Karina Bidden. Alexis Bigby. Tatiana Boyano. At the special request of his father, I'd like to introduce Bond, James Bond. Adam Borges. Haley Botello. Tyler Baressa. Cody Boylan. Damia Branca. Jamie Burrow. David Brennan. Nicholas Brewer. Christian Dude Brown. Lily Brown.
Lily Brown.
All right. Crystal Burgos. Kelsey Burr. Tristan Bustillos Hawk. Jamal Cacciati. Adrian Camacho. Natalia Camara. Catherine Canning. Devin Capuano. Aiden Caruso. Colin Cassidy. Ella Centracchio. Kylie Chaplin. Samir Charpentier. Bethany Cicerone. Alexia Clark. Samuel Clements. Jalam Clifford. Skyla Contarino. James Cook. Emma Corcoran. Cameron Costanza. Madison D'Amato. Madison Daly. Zachary De Silva. Michael Davis. Raymond Davis. Trinity Davis. Julian Defoe. Emmanuel Degas. Alec Iacano. Isabella DeMello. Daniel DeRobio. Rosemarie Diaz. Kayla Diedrich. Brianna DL. Harry Dolan. Jimmy Dooner. Justin Dorsey. Alexandria Dowdy. Haley Dowding. Olivia Doyle. Casey Duclos. Jordan Eddy. Madeline Espinosa. Anthony Fassell. Christopher Follett. Gregory Fontaine. Ethan Foster. Matthew Faust. Paulo Frias. Jared Frischi. Charlotte Frost. Alexia Gaspar. Matthew Jabot. Nicholas Gianti. Aaron Gluchaki. Haley Ganella. Zachary Goodman. Micaiah Gore. Julia Greco. Cameron Grilly. Jenna Gustafson. Gabriel Haley. Juliana Hall. Abigail Hang. Catherine Harrison. Alexia Hayes. Daniel He. Madison Heeman. Ashley Hogan. Madeline Hopkins. Timothy Horahan. Julie Ide. Joseph Izzy. Michael Jenks. Daniel Johnson. Peter Kay. Jaden Kelly. Rachel Kiernan. Anthony King. Kendra Kirby. Graham Kleiberg. Autumn Coles. Haley Konecki. Warren Lakier. Emma Lorenzo. Hannah Lee. Lucas Longton. Amber Lopes. Damian Lopes. Casey Lucia. Isabella Lupian. Matthew Lynch. Mackenzie Manning. Emma Maroney. Abigail Marsh. Caleb Martin. William Martin. Eric Martins. Isabella Martira. Joshua Mason. Troy Massey. Ava McCann. Sophia McCann. Ivy McCormick. Ella McCusker. Gabrielle McGowan. Gracie McGrath. Hayden McKay. Tegan McNamara. Alicia Medeiros. Kyla Moore. Nathaniel Moore. William Morissette. Feliciana Mota. Haley Mulcahy. Aidan Mulhall. Jada Nardalillo. Jacob Neal. Mark Neves. Sean Noel. Sarah Nunez. Emily O'Donnell. John Captain Jack O'Donnell. Brianna Orozco. Sincere Ortiz. Olivia Paquette. Chase Paracel. Joshua Pereira. Jalen Pillier. Michael Pizzarelli. John Plunkett. James Powers. Timothy Powers. John Procaccini. Janessa Prout. Asani Prum. Mackenzie Puckett. Benjamin Quell. Joshua Quell. Nathan Rainey. Megan Raleigh. Lydia Ramsden. Jared Reminder. Shane Renfrey. Alana Resendez. Ashley Ring. Shelby Ritchie. Nestor Rivera. Kenneth Ricks. Allison Rodriguez. Ashley Rodriguez. Raul Rosario Duran. Damila Ross. Brianna Rowan. Jessica Russell. Richard Ryan. Ryan Sanita. Destiny Santiago. Robert Schmidt. Samantha Sheehan. Mia Sherman. Jacob Silva. Mackenzie Silva. Annabelle Sisson. Jared Smith. Cameron Soares. Leah Sorrell. Joshua Spiel. Gabriel Spieler. Taylor Stenmark. Abby Stewart. Grace St. Germain. Adriana Stiles. Faye Strain. Aiden Sullivan. James Sunval. Erica Swenson. William Swicky. Devin Tabor. Joshua Talbot. Justin Talbot. Bethany Tarasenko. Taylor Tarvis. Ariana Teixeira. Jayla Tulin. Elijah Trochez. Christina Tyson. Tori Upham. Chantel Van Hannigan. Sarah Bell Vargas. Aiden Viveros. Trinity Volpe. William Vangsena. Mary Wajda. Caitlin Waring. Bobby Warren. Megan Waters. Alexander Watts. I love you, Lex. Matthew Whedon. Tyreek Weeks. Jaden Weichman. Jalen Wellington. Brooke Whiteside. Christopher Whitney. Janai Williams.
Nice job, Janai.
Sona Wolf. And last but not least, Go Li Yang.
You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, I am beyond proud to present to you the class of 2021. Whoop, whoop. So proud. Okay, guys. Ladies, gentlemen. Okay, at this time, I would ask that everyone would please stand, but remain by your seats until our graduates have left the area, and you can take plenty of pictures after the ceremony. We love you guys. Kenny, I love you. My baby. And we are so proud of you. Graduates, if you would please wait for our administrators to exit the stage. Thank you. I love you. God bless.